Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Jada. I'm owner and designer of Mrs. Moon in Heaven, a crochet brand where I do a lot of crochet patterns, but also I sell some things, and one of those things are crochet coffee cozies. This video is sponsored by me and my pillow cozy, so please go buy it. I make pillow cozies. I have a tutorial, but also I have a pattern. Please buy the pattern. And if you don't crochet, I make these. If you do crochet and you don't want to buy a skinny yarn, you just want one of these, you can get these from me. Go ahead, get a pillow cozy from me. I'm a small business. I'm just a girl. If you want to support me, get a pillow cozy. It's really good for hot coffee, cold coffee. I really made these for cold coffee. Like, I hate cold and wet. And I'm always getting iced coffee, and then it gets cold and wet, and I'm holding it like this. I'm holding my coffee like this while I'm walking around because I don't like to hold the cold and wet. No, pillow cozy, it absorbs. The yarn is a tube yarn. It's filled, it's stuffed with polyester. The cotton absorbs it and then goes into the polyester, and then it dries. But it also, like, insulates it a bit. Like, I've kept two iced coffees in the car once, in a hot car, and the one with the pillow cozy was colder or had more ice than the other one. So yeah, if you're a year-round iced coffee drinker like me, you need a pillow cozy. Really good for the holidays, really good for yourself. Please. Okay, back to me and my intro.
This video is also sponsored by my patrons, so if you have some money that you're able to give for different levels of perks, just go check it out on my Patreon, and consider being a patron. You can see all the details on Patreon/Mrs. Moon Heaven, if you care about that. Thank you.
Now, back in November, I had a bit of a viral moment where I just casually posted a video about these coffee cozies that I make and I don't talk about enough. And at the time of posting, it had been a year since I had first made the pattern, and at the time of posting, I had that video recorded for over a month, and I just never posted it. And it was just one of those things that I was like, you know what, let me post about it right now. It was with my friend Emma from Made in the Moment, and Emma had actually posted a video saying that was one of the crochet crochet things, one of the crochet things that they use in their everyday life for iced coffee, because I had made them one when I went to visit them in Boston. And that video was doing really well, and I was getting coffee cozy pattern sales, and I was like, you know what, I guess now it's time for me to post my video. And I posted it, and this thing blew up. It was my first viral moment that really led me to have an influx of sales. Now, I've had quite a few before. I say my first one, and I guess that's actually a lie, but it was the first one that I could tangibly see, because it was the first time that I had the request for a physical product. Every other time, it was an influx in pattern sales, one of those moments. But this was the first time, and you always see those viral TikToks where people buy a bunch of things. So I capitalized on it, and I was like, you know what, it is time for me to sell this product. And whenever you see those things, you always see people afterwards being like, I made a mistake, or I didn't expect this viral moment to I wasn't prepared for it, right? And I was like, you know what, I'm not going to make the same mistake. I'm going to do it in quantities where I do, I had 4 pre-sales, and I was, going to time it so I could do 90 per month and all this stuff. And I really thought that I could do it. I have a problem with my brain. I have undiagnosed ADHD. She plans on getting diagnosed soon, because I'm a walking poster child for ADHD. I swear to you. Anybody that knows me in real life knows this, okay? Can validate that claim. And I got behind. I got really behind, And a lot of this was due to the fact that I severely undercharged. That is mistake number 1. I severely undercharged for each one of these. One lucky person got the first one when I had only had these for $5. Am I crazy? $5. And that's because I was like, oh, these take me 5 minutes to make, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Well, making one of these, when the yarn isn't on sale, cost at least $5. So that I'm making $0, right? That's me making a profit of $0, basically, right? On top of that, the price of each label. At the time, I didn't have any labels sewed onto it, but I was like, oh my god, if this is a viral moment, I want people to remember who I am, because with viral moments, you have your 15 minutes of fame, and then that's it. People don't remember who you are. And I didn't want this to happen. Of course, I have all my followers and stuff, the people who are subscribed to the channel, thank you for subscribing, that know who I am, but the people who just want this coffee cozy might not remember who I am. People who are not crocheting and buying the pattern, and they just want the physical cozy, they're not gonna know, or they might not remember who I am, so I need to have these logos. And at first I was hand sewing them on, and I had these wonderful tags that already have the holes in them, and they were faux suede, and they had these holes so I could just sew it on. And each one takes like 5 minutes, but then when you add that on to each one of the cozies, it was taking me way longer than I expected. So that was adding on to it, and there was a point that I was going to give up on it. But then I saw that people were selling the cozy without my permission, because you are allowed to sell it if you get my permission, because I also give you a set of rules, because this is my livelihood. Like, I want to be able to sell my own product, right? They were selling it without credit to me. Like, they were copying and pasting my exact description, and I was like, oh my god, the audacity to not support a small business and to just take my idea word for word, literally. And so from there I was like, I have to sew these on. So I bared through it until I was able to get these screw-on ones. And the screw-on ones cost more. They cost about $1 each, making each one that I make, each cozy, about $6.50 at most to make, not including my labor. But at least it saves me time. And it wasn't until December, when I did one more round of pre-orders, that I was like, I'm upping the price. I'm more than doubling it. It is now $22. Now they are $25 because that is what makes it worth it for me. One, that's what gives myself an actual wage, and that's what pays for this yard is expensive. It's $17 a skein at most, you know, like, and it only makes 3, you know, so I gotta do it. And that's me justifying my prices when I shouldn't, because each one of these is handmade. Like, are we not going to account for my doctor's bills when I have to go get my wrist checked out? You know? Anyway, so that being said, making each one became more of a chore for me than I intended to. Of course, like, this is what I call crocheting for my job. It's not me really crocheting for, like, funsies, but, like, this is what's making me my income, right? So, or a lot of my income. So when I crochet these, it's not for funsies, it's for a job. But it was becoming so tedious and such a labor, because in making each one, in my head, I'm like, oh my god, I am not making any money from each one of these. And I charged too little for shipping. Like, I had charged like $3.50, but then I was paying like anywhere from $3 to $4 for each one to ship. So then I was taking even more off the price. You know what I'm saying? Like, so each one of these I'm making $4, and now God forbid somebody puts their address wrong, or I put their address wrong, and then I have to reship it. I'm making like a $1 off of each one of these things. Anyway, this is my long-winded intro for the fact that I am going to finish these this week. This is my video that I am like going to just buckle down and finish these cozies this week. So that way, one, I can relax, you know, I can relax a little bit and not have this burden of being late on these orders. Don't worry, I did reach out to every single person, refunded anybody who was not happy with the service, because I own that. I own the fact that I made the mistake of not giving them a good estimated shipping time because I was late. So I gave them the opportunity to refund it if they no longer wanted to wait. In my opinion, if you really wanted this, you should just wait, because you got the bargain of the century getting these for $10. You know what I'm saying? But if they wanted a refund, I refunded them. But most people were either okay with it or very nice about it, being like, these are handmade, I understand, you take your time. And those made my day, truly made my day. And I was like, you are so sweet and understanding, thank you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm going to talk like this is going to be in the future, but I am recording this intro in the middle of this, okay? But I'm gonna pretend for a moment, okay? I'm in the middle of the 3rd and 4th round, and the 5th round is when I started charging $22, so an actual good price for these things. So once I get past that, it'll feel worth it, and then once I get past the 5th one, which will be also the shortest one, because I charged double, I was able to also only put half up And so I'm coming down to the end of it. I have made at least 300 so far, and I am ready to make the last however many. And then after that, I've already planned it, because in a day I can comfortably, without tiring myself and without burning myself out and without my wrists going numb and my arms going numb, because sometimes they do that, which is not good, I can make like 18. So after I finish the pre-orders, I will not be doing pre-orders anymore, but instead I will be doing weekly to bi-weekly drops, in which I put up like 18 to, I don't know, 30 or whatever I finish in that week or next week of whatever colors I have, and making them ready to ship. That way there's a quicker turnaround time. It is weekly drops, so you don't forget about me in the 3-month span that I'm not posting about any more orders. And you don't have to wait. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to wait, and I'm happy and you're happy, and I don't have this burden of like having to make these before people blah blah blah. No, I make them and then I put them up for sale, and I'm so excited for that. But for the time being, we are going to go through the week and seeing how many I could do. And in that same sense, it's going to hold me accountable, because now I'm doing it for an audience. I'm doing this for the people watching. We are going to watch me make all of these cozies. Anyway, without further ado, let's get to day 1, which is going to be in the past. So take it away past me to day 1, which will be Monday. All right, so this is what we have done already. So I have 2 of the black ones done, 1 of the short black ones done, and 1 green one done. I have like not done, but needs to be sewn. I have a pink one fully sewed together with the label and everything, but I didn't have anybody to send that to just yet. So that's in here. And then we have like I don't know, sometimes the skeins run a little bit short. So this one only, like, usually I could make 3 cozies from 1 skein, but this one was a little bit short, so I only have half of one. So that's going to be a scrap one. And so yeah, so I'm going to get these 4 done. So what I like to do is I like to batch do them until I have to sew them up, and then I sew everything up together, and then I put the labels on all of them, and then like I just try to keep going until this basket is full, basically. But I want to do a little bit more than I usually have been doing, so I'm gonna aim for these 4 right now. All right, so I just finished the blue, and this is actually, I just remembered, this is my last blue skein of yarn. It is so nice seeing that big, oh, I found my scissor. Seeing my big thing of like yarn deplete from my shelves, it is so satisfying to just watch it slowly go down. So let's hope that this corresponds with my orders, that I only have 3 of these blue ones left, because that would be very unfortunate if I did the math wrong and I don't have that many blues. I should look at my orders right now. But I'm going to do the pink one. I have 1 more pink. I like to do like 1 of each color, and then I go in and start sewing them. So I'm going to go do the pink, and then I'm going to start sewing them up and putting the labels on. So I'm going to now, these are all the ones that are done being crocheted. So I'm going to now sew them up and then put the label tags on them. And then once I'm done with that, then I'll start another batch of crocheting some more. Alright, it's the next day, so it's day 2 of this, and I finished 15 cozies, sewed and tagged last night. There are 17 right here. I felt like it took me a lot longer than it usually did, but I think I have to cut myself some slack because I'm still recovering from being sick and weak, so I guess I am like a little bit weak. There's one point where I was like crocheting and I was like still a little bit weak, and I felt like my hands were getting tired so easily. But here they all are. This is like part of the reason why too. It's just like I so undercharged for each of these. It's like 15 of these took me like all day yesterday, and I only did $10 per each of these, but each one of these costs like at most $6.50 around to make. So I'm like I'm paying myself like $8 an hour essentially for these. So it just, you know, this is the advice for the future. Just charge your worth and calculate all the expenses as well. That's why like these have literally gone up more than double the price, because it not only has to be worth it to be like a living wage for me, but also needs to be worth it for every single one that I make, which is why it's like so hard to make each and every one of these sometimes. So I'm just like working to the point where I got to the pre-orders where I started charging enough, you know? So anyway, let's package these right now. Let's see, the way that I do it, I have to make a trip to the post office. Like, these have been sitting here. I made these shipping labels a while ago. I like to make my shipping labels so that I could like organize them, but I made these a while ago because then I got sick for a week, so I couldn't go to the post office and I couldn't package them up until I was feeling better. So let's see, I have my small bags, my medium bags, and my large bags. I'm only going to need the large bags for a few of them. And I got more tissue paper to wrap these. So like, not to even mention all the other supplies that go into this. Like, it doesn't even count the supply. Like, and you know, it's cents per each, but still it adds up for the shipping supplies and how long it takes to ship them as well. Just silly things. Make sure that you charge your worth, you know? So I have this pink tissue paper that I just used to wrap. What I hate too about the 3rd and 4th round of pre-orders, which is what I'm on right now, is that I actually added 18 more than the first 2. I'm so close to finishing the 3rd though, so just gotta pile through. I just need to find the motivation to go through so that I can sell more of these, but in a more timely fashion and make more money, because, you know, all the pre-orders, I already had the money and spent the money, basically, or saved the money, so I need to make more of an income. Alright, so I'm going to get to packing these now. So I also print out all the information, and I divide it between, like, large orders of 2, which I finished, and then each color. Oh, God. 3 more blue. 4 more blue. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do more of the blue because I'm out of blue yarn. Oh my god. I'm out of blue. I gotta order more blue. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I just finished packing up everything that I could pack up. I still have one short black one and then 3 regular sized pink ones, but the black one is paired with another short pink one, so I have to make that. And then I have to make 3 more purples. 3 more purples, 1 more green, and then 3 more purples, 1 more green, and 4 more black ones. 5 more black ones. So I need to make 1 short pink, so I need to get a pink one, 2 black, 1 purple, 1 green. And then I have 4 blue ones left. And now I'm worried about those because I guess I miscalculated, or maybe even with the giveaway that I did, that I had gotten the exact amount of skeins, and now I am 1.3 skeins short. So I don't know what to do about that. Maybe there's a hidden blue skein upstairs that I'm not thinking of, because ordering one would take too long, unless they're fine with me substituting for a different kind of blue. I don't know. But I want to get these done so I can ship them all out at the same time. Look at this giant bag of things to ship out. So let's get to making for today. It does not look like I have any of the blue. Okay, so I need to make 1 green. I don't know what to do about the blue. I'll have to reach out to those people, I guess, and offer them a solution. If I give them this blue instead, then I could at least have time to reorder these to make up for those missing. I cleared out these 2, which was so nice. I was able to put my fancy yarn in here. Okay, so I need to make 1 green and 1 short pink and 4 black. I need 2 of these and 3 purple. So I'll grab one of these. Yep, no blue ones. Let me also look in my, I could put one of these black ones back because I have a skein of black that I had started. Okay, let's look in here for any blue scraps. I think I could make, okay, this is good. I can make at least, look how many greens I have. I'll make a short green out of these because I only have to make 1 more green. Okay, I could make at least 1 more blue. And then I only have to ask to substitute a couple more. Okay. Alright, so it's 1. What a way to start a sentence. Okay, it's 1. So if I can make these, it's not that many. If I can make these, perhaps I can make to the post office before 5, and then these will ship out today. Alright, time to go X Games mode, I suppose. I tried to let you out as much as possible. I tried to give you freedom. You want to die? But I just bought you inexpensive filtered water thing, which costs like the same amount as the window, or almost as much. And you just want me to spend more money on you? You know how much money I spend on you, and you don't even like the things that I get you? Alright, so it's been about 2.5 hours. I took a half-hour break in between, and I have finished 14 more, which only took me, so it took me like 2 hours, like a little under 2 hours. So I guess that does prove that I was tired yesterday, and also maybe sometimes I'm a little more dramatic because it didn't take that long to crochet this many. I mean, I still have to sew them together and then put the tags on. The tags take so short now that I've gotten the new tags. I used to like hand sew them all on, which took so long. So these are more expensive, these tags that I have, the screw-on ones, but they take so much time off of it, these guys. Admittedly, I should have stopped after an hour and like sewed those in and then started again, because my like wrists started to like hurt and like kind of go numb a little bit. Like my arms were like getting really fatigued. I'm now icing them. It hurts a lot, and like the cold really hurts. They're like these like jelly things, which is really nice because I should be icing them more. I did heat them last night, icing them now. So I'm gonna take a little bit of break to take the cat out, and then I'm gonna sew these together and hopefully make it by 5. It's looking good though. It's looking good because I give my wrist a break and the sewing shouldn't take that long. Got an hour and a half. So these are all sewed in, the ends cut off, weaved in, burned so they don't fray, and even lint rolled. All I have to do is flip them inside out and put the tags on. And I could get these done by 5. It is 4:43. But I cannot package these up and send them to the post office. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that bag. I'm going to bring that bag over right now, just to the post office. It's such a shame because I'm so close to sending out the entirety of this round of orders, and I didn't make it. So I'll just bring these over tomorrow and possibly finish some more. But like, dang, like, oh snap, so close. Is that what Swiper says? Nope. He goes, oh man. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the post office right now.
Come drink water.
Look at him up there.
You beautiful but dehydrated son of a bitch.
That's not mine.
Who has drawers to organize?
You.
I'll put this right here for you.
Miley Cyrus and Liam, full relationship timeline. Yes, please.
Hey, I'm Miley Cyrus.
I'm Liam as well.
I'm packaging up the last black one, and I realized that I have one more label for a black one. So it's not the worst thing, but I'm really upset because I thought that I was done. Besides those blue ones that I have to reach out to those people for. That I ran out of blue. So I'll do one more, I guess, today. So I guess I'll clock in another 15 today, unless I do some more later tonight, which is a possibility, but I might also want to give my wrists a break because a lot of these at once are a little hard to do because the size of the hook and the size of the yarn. So big thumbs down for me. All right, it is the beginning of day 3, which is Wednesday. If you think that you saw this in the beginning, no, you didn't. I did not. I did this in a linear fashion. So I actually did only 17 yesterday. This is the 18th one I was supposed to finish last night, which I didn't. I think I'm only going to work on these for like an hour because I'm going to make it to the post office before 5. I'm starting a little late today. It's 3:42, so I am starting late today. And I am going to go to the post office before 5 and then go straight to dinner with a friend, which we've been putting off probably 5 times. Like, I'm not even kidding. Each one of us have been putting it off. Somebody's fault or the other. And last week, because like I said before, did I say this before? I was sick. So I had to cancel last week. So now we're finally doing it this week. So I will be just working up until then, and then I'll probably start doing some more later tonight. I'm not going to be out that long because I do have to catch Survivor at 8. We're watching live. This is the first one we're watching live together. I don't watch live television unless I'm watching Survivor. And I'm really excited for the second episode. If you watch Survivor, leave a comment below. If you're watching Survivor 43, leave a comment below. I freaking love that show. Anyway, so I also reached out to the people that had the blues, the blue ones that I had ran out of, unfortunately. And 2 out of the 3 responded. So nice. One person was like, I literally don't mind. Use whatever color you wanted. Whatever color you want. And if that makes it easier for other people to pick, then that's great. And I was like, okay, queen, thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Thank you for being so understanding. So, because I have the 3 pink made, I'm going to give him a pink. And then the other person was like, actually, pink was my first choice. And I was like, perfect. I have 3 pinks made. So, look at that. Perfect. So, I'm going to go also ship those pinks and then ship the rest of the 3rd pre-order. Once I get this one done, send out the 2 pinks, and that last person answers, I am officially done with the 3rd round of pre-orders, and then I just have the 4th and 5th one left. The 4th one is going to be the one that I have to like grind out, because that is the last one of the Pillow Cozies that I charge $10 for, and that's like the bigger amount, the larger amount of orders that I have to do. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I had done freaking... Because the first 2, I think I did 90. Yeah, the first 2, I think I did 90. Because I did 3 of each. No. What? I did 18 of each color. 4. Oh, no. So maybe not. Wait, what's 4 times 18? I don't know. 4 times 18 for the first 2. And then the last one was 5 times 18. Which is 50 plus 30. 80? I have my phone right in front of me. Oh, okay. Okay. So 90. Okay, so the 3rd round was 90. Okay. The first 2 were 72. Okay, I thought I was doing 90 and then the last one was 108. Thank God. Okay, so the first 2 were 72 cozies. The 3rd one was 90. The 4th one is 90. And the last one, because I went up double the price, is 45, I think. So I only have 135 to make, which I know sounds crazy. But in the grand scheme of things, being that I have made 240 so far, no, more than 240 so far, because I also did do like an order of 10 somewhere. I did like some giveaway ones. Like I did at least 250. I thought I did at least 300. I am so close to being done. I just have 135 left. So I have to just grind through. I just have to grind through the 4th one, because that's the last one that feels like it's not worth it for me. And then the last 45 will be the $22 ones. And then after that, I can make them as I please and actually start making money off them again, you know? Because I obviously made money off of these, but it feels like I didn't because I got them all in one lump. That's like come and gone for my paycheck that I'm like making and sending out now, right? But now I can like actively make money off of these again. So I'm so excited for that. So that's my intro for the day. Let's see how many I get done. I'm aiming to make at least 18 again. But if I'm going on that rate, it feels like I'm not making that many. Do you think maybe I can try going for more than that today? Let's aim. I do it in multiples of 3 because each skein makes about 3. So let's do multiples of 3. Let's just go up 1 so it's not crazy. Let's aim for at least 21, but if I make more, fabulous. So it is day 4, it's Thursday, and yesterday I actually did not do a lot of Pillow Cozies. I'm not gonna lie, I did other things. I only finished 4. I didn't even finish 4. I like crocheted 4. The last person who ordered the blue cozy was okay with a scrap one, so I made this really cute one. I really like this a lot. I want to make myself a scrap cozy when I finish everything. And then I just finished the pink skein and then made one more green. I still have the one pink left to go. So now today I'm going to get these done. I'm going to do these 6. So the goal, because I'm finally on the 4th round of pre-orders out of 5, the last 130, I'm trying to like calculate how I can like get these done in just a few days. So if I do 24 a day, then I will finish them in 4 days. And if I could like sometimes do more, then it'll be less and all that good stuff. But I'm gonna take more breaks. Like after an hour, I'll start sewing them so that I'm not like getting like, I'm not losing feeling in my arms and wrists, because that's like obviously not good. But I'm gonna aim for these 6. And, like hopefully have enough energy to do more and stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna do this because we're gonna be done with these, with the 4th and then the 5th by the end of next week. But it's Thursday, so if I do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I'm done with the 3rd round, send them all out. And hopefully take a picture with like me surrounded by a bunch of cozies. Alright, it is Friday, which means that it has been 5 days. Oh, well, this is the 5th day. And yesterday, I sewed together the 4 from the night before. And I crocheted 21. But like the last 3, I really had to like pull myself together and actually finish it. Like I had to force myself to finish those because I like really did not want to do it anymore. But I didn't sew them together. I sewed them together right now. So, like, technically, I feel like if you count the ones that I sewed from the night before and then the ones that I didn't sew, I completely finished 20 and then, like, 1 extra. You know, does that make sense? And I didn't put the tags on, which is what I'm doing right now. There is, like, such a fine line between, like, finishing little projects for, like, dopamine and then things getting repetitive. Like, I feel like you really get, like, that dopamine when you, like, finish something that takes, like, an hour to, like, a long fucking time. Like even an hour sometimes can be a little bit too repetitive and stuff, but because these take like a shorter amount of time, it just like feels repetitive. Like obviously crochet is repetitive, but like just finishing the same project over and over again can really get to you. When I talked yesterday in the beginning, I actually did not start until later because we went grocery shopping and then we started watching a movie and whatever. And so, like, it kind of did take me a while to, like, get into the swing of it. Like, I was doing it on and off for a little bit. And then, like, once it hit, like, 10 o'clock naturally, I would just, like, go in, you know? That's when, like, the motor was running and I was being run by that motor. And I didn't stop until, like, 1. But I was doing it in a much better way than I was before. So I'd finish 2 or 3 skeins, stop, use my heating pad on both of my wrists, and sew them together, weave the ends, cut off the ends, burn the edges, lint roll the inside and then flip them out. And then, well, I see the labels for like last, and then I don't lint roll the front side until I'm like ready to send them out. So that's what I was doing. And then I did ice at the end of the night as well because my wrists were feeling a little bit sore, but not that bad. I think because I'm taking a lot better care of them in between instead of like trying to like just bang out all the skeins and then sew them together later. Can you tell that I'm like tired of doing these, but I'm like so close. I'm so close to being done. So I'm just like really piling through. So I have 21 done. I didn't finish my goal of 24, but that's okay. I'm gonna finish at least another 20 today. We are down already for the 4th order. We are down to making 70 more. 69 more. That's it. So I'm gonna go do that now. I'm gonna go watch some movies and crochet these. Maybe I'll do even more. I never really have had like a whole bunch done at once, so I want to like get a good picture of like a good pile of them. So I'm gonna work on making some more blue ones. This is the petrol blue ones and black ones today, since I have like a lot of the pink, purple, and green. Alright, so I won't lie to you, skipped a few chapters. It's been a couple days. It's Monday. I got burnt out on Friday. I only made like... I made like 3 to 6. I can't remember. And then I was like, you know what, for me, I can't push myself to like keep making something if I'm like so burnt out. Like, it's really hard for me, and I think it might be the brain chemicals and all that stuff. I really like couldn't do it. And then I typically, for this video I wasn't gonna do it. I typically take the weekend off. I take the weekend off and I do something that makes me happy. I do a project that I genuinely want to do. Ooh, ow, what the fuck? Just stepped on something. But I still ended up doing some whenever I felt like it, because that counts, even if it is a little bit of work. If I feel like doing it, then I'll do it. And it's actually more than I thought now that I'm looking at it. Saturday I ended up going to my friend's house. So like, I wasn't going to like force myself to do it. I brought 2 skeins. One of them already had like one done, so only like enough to make 5 cozies. I ended up making like literally just like a piece of one. But then I went home and made some as I was like playing Fortnite. And then yesterday, Sunday, I knit most of the day. And then like, I felt like doing like some cozies while I was watching Lord of the Rings. Actually, no, was I knitting? Oh no, I knit like 1 skein of something, and then oh, look at this. Look at this. I made stuff. Hold on. Look at that. I made stuff. See? And you know what? That's honestly the beauty of it. It's like when you're doing it when you want to, and like you're allowing yourself to take a little bit of a break, it comes easier, you know? I was watching this one video. I'm going to put it up, but like, I forget her name from the top of my head. There's beautiful videos, especially if you have ADHD or like just motivation issues, dedication issues and stuff like that, how to rewire your brain and how to like rethink motivation and stuff. And I watched it yesterday, and I think that I really applied. I'm going to put up a really helpful video, but it's basically just like how to not burn yourself out. And you know what, I think I did that subconsciously. So look at this, let's count. So we have, okay, so 3, 6, 9, damn you fine, 12, 15, 18. All right, so I did 18. I know that typically I would do that like over one day if I was like feeling particularly, you know, productive. But being that I was like burnt out and I did this over the past like 3 days, that's good. I'm not gonna be hard on myself because that's only gonna bring me down. So whatever. Let's go on with today. I'm gonna sew these up right now. Let's see how many I have. So I have 18. I might start printing out the labels today so I can start shipping these out now. So 18, 21, 24, 24, 27, 30, 33, 33, 36, 30, not 39, 42, 43. I have 43. So that's about half of the fourth pre-order. That's almost half. 45 would be half. Woohoo! Okay, cool. I'm gonna sew these together, and I'm going to print out the labels so I can start shipping these. Yeah! And that's good too, because I need to see how many short ones I need to make, which is like a thing that you have to specifically request. So some people do request the shorts. I only have one, because sometimes like the skeins are just like a little bit short where like I can't finish one whole cozy, which is pisses me off, but I could always at least finish a short, so that's good. So it is actually 1 week later since the last clip. It turns out on last Monday, I didn't really do that much. Turns out that doing this for like 7 days straight while like putting a lot of pressure on myself to finish it ended up burning me out a little bit. And by Wednesday, I was I guess I really was just like so burnt out and so out of it that all I did was start a book, which was good. But read 50 pages and then stared. Like all day I like stared. I did nothing. And I really do think it was because I was just like trying to get these out. However, since then, look at all that I've made. Most of these still have to be sewed in, but that's not it. I also have a whole box full of them. I started reading again for the first time in like 2 years. And very into it. The one gripe I had with reading, of course, was that I can't really do anything while I'm reading. And also, I get very sucked into reading, and then I won't do like anything else. But we found a happy medium, and that is this book stand. And because the yarn is so big with the Pillow Cozies, and I've done so many, I can do it without looking for the most part. With like a few instances, crocheting wise, I still have to look to sew it in. I could read while I made these, and that was like the perfect thing for me because I just wanted to read, and thus I started doing the Pillow Cozies, and I banged out so many. So that's great. So I am almost done. with these all. I'm gonna end the video here, basically. Just trust that I am finishing these, because I think that I'm actually gonna be able to do a new drop this Friday, which is so crazy. I have these, and then I think I have 45 left, because I think this is more than 45 actually. So that's the entirety of the 4th pre-order, which, to remind you, is the last one where I fully undercharged. And then the last few that I made are going to feel worth it. And I know people talk about this all the time, but let this also be a reminder for real that even when you space it out, sometimes it could be like a mess. That when you have a viral video, sometimes it really messes people up. And it's like good and bad, obviously. Like, it's so great to have like a little viral moment and everybody sees you, but it's also better to have that moment and then be really smart about it. I thought I was being really smart by like spacing out the pre-orders, but I still like overwhelmed myself as well. It probably would have worked for like somebody else that's not me. It didn't work for me because I burn myself out and I'm bad with deadlines and I need to have things made and then sell it. It would have been better for me to do the one pre-order, catch up on that, and do what I'm going to do now, which is do the weekly orders of whatever I already have made, sent to go. Because sending it out, at least for me, sending things out when they're ready to go is so much better than like getting it and then having to make it and then sending it out. For some reason, it just feels like, it feels like I'm actually getting the money when it's ready to send out, rather than like me getting the money and then having to make them and then sending it out. I guess there's like a time difference. I don't really know what the mental science behind that is, but it's also just like about knowing yourself and what you're going to be able to do. I mean, I wouldn't have I don't know if I would have thought about that without making the mistakes that I made. And then 2 is charging your worth as an artist and like and you know, as a small business. And that for the most part, a lot of like the qualms of like raising up your price is internal because people will pay it regardless. And I think that I'm finally gonna have a set price for these that feels truly completely worth it for me. And especially when other people are telling you to raise your price, especially the customers, when the customers are like, these should be more, you know that you probably can raise the price up a little more, and that way, you know, it's still worth it for the customers. Like, it's not like you're doing them a disservice by like charging more when it's still like 1, affordable, and 2, you're paying yourself enough. So that's something I feel like I tell everybody, to charge your worth and to charge the amount that you put into your products and your projects, and to account for the materials and all that. But then when it comes to myself, I'm not as good at it. So let this be a lesson. Obviously my brain's still fried. Yeah, I mean, but you know, at the same time, if I didn't make all the little mistakes that I would have made now, I don't think it would have set in my brain hard enough. So I do not regret. However, this was a lot to catch up on, and I'm so happy to be pretty much done with this. And I'm happy that I have something now that will motivate me to finish this, or motivate me to make more, which is reading. So that's great. Anyway, I do hope that you enjoyed this little vloggy moment of me trying to make as many as possible. Oh, here's another one. Don't burn yourself out. I don't have any other advice on how not to, because everybody's different. For me, it's not pressuring myself to do something I like don't want to do for like 7 days straight. But yeah, like, take care of yourself, and it's okay to take a break, because it's better to take a break when you're like actually enjoying it than to like have a complete burnout day where you do nothing, like I had on Wednesday. Like, I didn't even want to play video games. I didn't want to do anything for leisure. I didn't want to do anything, period. So you don't want to get to that point. So make sure you take your breaks. And yeah, thank you for watching this. Thank you for tuning in. You know, subscribe if you like this, and be sure to follow us on social media, Instagram and TikTok, basically. And if you make a pillow cozy, be sure to tag us. If you bought pillow cozies, make sure to tag us in your photos using it. I love those. Those are really cute. And check out our website. And did I say subscribe? Come subscribe if you want. I come out with a video every so often. I do my best, but I do come out with them, and when they come out, they are great. Okay. Bye.